Welcome to another instalment of the free-to-play account. I know a lot of you love the free-to-play account, and this time we're at the Australian GP. So we've got Australia to come, and then opening round we've got a bit of Imola, and then Australia again for final if we get there. We've got Alonso level 2, Vettel level 3 I think it was, and the car setup is as follows. So let's get into where we're at. Qualifying, 3 races, 97 points, and we are back in contender this week to give it a go. So let's see how we do in this race. The aim is just to qualify as qualifying is. So hopefully we can do that nice and easy. Let's see where we qualify. Obviously the 20% boost on Alonso is a massive help. And as you can see in this race, he starts P6 and Sebastian Vettel P15. So we're going to go hard for both. We're not trying to use boosts until the final round. We're trying to save a bit of boost and hopefully scrape through each time. So here we go, P15, P6, where can we get from here? We're doing a one-stop strategy, and we will boost off the line. Alonso, looking at a move of Gasly, round Leclerc, gets the job done by the look of it, and he's up to P5, and make that P4. Yes, he can. He can go around the outside, and he's got Pierre Gasly, so a really good start from Fernando. Vettel's lost his place, though. He's into P16 at the minute. So a bit of work to do on him. And he's also nearly made a position there looking down at the bottom left. So we settle down and we're on some good points at the minute. This is all we need to do. About 30 points would be ideal. And we're going to just try and hold Gasly behind. Vettel is going to have to conserve a little bit and then attack whilst they're in the pits. Alonso still holding up Gasly. This is perfect for the strategy. And Vettel's got Vettel behind. So here comes Gasly. I'm not too fussed if we lose the position, but we're holding him for now. He's on the mediums. And we'll boost from here just to keep him behind. We've got good tyres. 6.4 seconds is the gap. So we want to close that gap now. And we want to do that with both drivers. Just cut the gap a little bit. You should be able to do a 2-2 round Melbourne. So 2 laps full boost, 2 laps non-boost, and then pit. And you can see we're right behind the Mercedes and the Ferrari now in P4. And the Red Bull, I should say. Swear that was a Ferrari a minute ago. But Russell having a look then. And he'll come into the pits, looking like he'll take the pit route. And he does. Alonso very slow round. But he's up now into P2. Vettel doing the overcut to a few of them. And he's only up into P13. Look, a terrible first corner as well. But a lot of people pitting out there this lap. So Alonso's going to keep the pedal down. And he's right behind Max Verstappen. Where will he come out though? That's the question. And here's a move. Can't make it stick. So without boosts, Verstappen will carry on. Well, no, he does pit. Didn't look like he did, but he is in the pits. And Vettel from P12 is going to drop back a fair amount. And it looks like a lot of people pitting here in Australia on lap 4. Alonso's back out though. P5 lost that position to Gasly somehow. So we've got it all to do. Can Vettel come out ahead of Magnussen? He can. So it's P15 for Vettel. P5 for Fernando. So that should be worst case scenario. We're going to boost Alonso because the soft tyres P1, P2 are going to pit still. And we've got quite a big gap between the two. 9.7 seconds is the gap. As Alonso now looks at the back of Pierre Gasly. Can we go up the inside? We can't. So we're going to just cut down there through a difficult part. What about Vettel? We keep pushing him. And he's still P15. We're hoping for any last lap pit stops to put us up. We are on that 30 points though. What I said I wanted to score. So we're looking looking as Target would say. And here goes Alonso. Can he get past Gasly? He still can't get past. Car coming out of the pits now. We can't jump the Mercedes. That's annoying. I think if we weren't behind Gasly, we would have been jumping him. Vettel, no one pitting, so we're hoping for a last lap pit then. And we're going to have one in Tsunoda, one in Norris, but that's a bit of a stretch. And no one in front for Alonso. So this could be where we finish. P5, P15. Hard tyres, very difficult to overtake. Alonso still trying on Pierre. Cannot get it done. And now we're under threat from Bottas. Alonso running out of fuel. Still trying. Vettel's got P13, a couple of pit stops. Just then. And it looks like we're going to hold off potentially Valtteri Bottas. I'm going to continue boosting through. When we can, just hold the place. Bottas looking at a chance. And it looks like we are going to finish P5. Breakdown for the car in front, but we're not going to get anywhere near him. So it's P5, Fernando Alonso. Sebastian Vettel holding off Norris. We've got him boosting. Bit of a traffic jam around the last corner. And we're actually going to make another place, which makes P12. So 33 points against a target of 30. We will take that every single day. Bad team score matchup as well. And let's see where that finishes in qualifying. So qualifying for contender, 130 points, 4 races, and that will see us through to the opening round. So we arrive at the opening round, 6 races in, 218 points, so doing fairly decent again. And we've got the joys of Imola, 67% chance of rain. So let's see how we can do in this race. We should be through with 2 races to go, including this one. But we've still got to score fairly decent. We can't have any disconnects or 15 points, for example. Qualifying, 9 and 17. And we've got some rain coming in the middle of this race, which will make it very interesting indeed. Hards are selected. And as again, we're not going to use any boosts. So we're just going to try and hold out for the rain here. 2 minutes. So that should be very good indeed. So boost off the start. Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, 9:17. Where can we get to? Alonso looking at Sainz, holding off from Russell. Can he make any early moves? Don't think he can. Can he slide up the inside though? Sainz goes wide and he can't. So we're going to potentially cut down here as Vettel gets into P15 and takes a dodgy line. Alonso holding off Russell with the 2 Ferraris in front. So we settle down pretty much in our starting positions, or not far off. Vettel's made a couple. And we're going to have to watch this rain. Heavy rain in 1 minute and 20. That's where we're going to make up some positions. And Alonso has lost one while we're looking at Vettel, but I don't want to burn too much tyres and fuel. And you can see Alonso has got a nice stack of cars right behind him. Vettel's defending against Vettel though, as we focus on this battle. And he's in a nice bit of clear air. Alonso's lost another place, and here comes Magnussen. Couldn't react quick enough to that one, but we can react quick enough to Ricciardo and Gasly. Alonso down the straight, holding off the field. And we're only down to P12. So another lap, we can come in for some wets. That'll be the perfect, I think. So we're just going to look after fuel and tyres. It's going to be very close. Don't think we can go early. I think we can with Vettel though. I think we risk it. And there we go, we do. So 18, 17, 16 seconds. We'll be out when it starts to rain. Alonso in P5, coming in for wets as well. And we jump the rival? No, just not quite. Oh, double trouble as Zhou Guan Yu comes out ahead of us. So it's going to start raining now. But Alonso is quite far around the circuit, so he's not going to be done too much here. And he's going to come in to the pits following Leclerc. We've got loads of fuel left. As Vettel should get the run on a lot of these who have stayed out. Where does Alonso feed out for? P8, so he's made 4 places through the pits, staying out that 1 extra lap. And God, look how slow Alonso is going. Come on, get past Sainz. There we go, up to P7. Vettel did the undercut, still P15. But where can we get? We're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing now. We can't even do 4 laps, so we've got to pit again. And we've got a few hard tyres and softs out there. Here goes Vettel, bit of a traffic jam in the last corner. Again, if we had Hex or something, would be unbelievable right now. So we're going to need to pit again with Vettel. The undercut didn't work amazing. Vettel P13, Alonso into P4. So Alonso's making some mad moves in the wet, coming up to the back of Max Verstappen and Alonso on the hards. Alonso trying to go around the outside, can't get it done. We'll now try up the inside. Easy work, P3. Alonso carrying on. We'll get into P2. Vettel will come in from P12. So in he comes. Not a lot of fuel left at all for Vettel. And Alonso could be pretty good for a top 2 finish here. Can't say the same about Vettel though. He's plummeting like a heavy rock in a swimming pool. But there is a few hard tyres out there still. 100% rain as well. As in comes Alonso. Good stop needed. Not a lot of fuel left either. And where does that put us? It's going to put us P3 on the podium. With 0.6 fuel remaining. Not enough. Vettel coming down the last few corners. 0.8 fuel, so even worse. But Vettel is going to get into P11 here. And we are very, very clutching at fuel. Wet tyres ahead ran out, but I imagine they're long gone yet. P1, P2 in the home straight. But Vettel can't really fight too much. Not with the fuel at 0.4. We're holding off Ricciardo for now. We can't hold off too much there though. I don't want to push. I don't want to lose any positions for fuel. But we're going to come round the last corner with no boosts. We get P3 and Vettel comes home P12, and that is 35 points. So we made it through to final round. 7 races done, 260 points. So we're just doing a little bit better than we did yesterday. So we only need 30 points in this last race to beat that. And we've used a few boosts as it is. So we are good. 10, 11 points. Probably going to be better off with the use of boosts. Albeit with some dodgy strategies that I've used as well. So let's see where we qualify this time around. Dry race, 12 degrees. So let's see where we do qualify. Can we get some good points in this last race? Alonso starts P4. Vettel right out the back in P17. Makes it almost impossible for us to do. But the power of boosts, we can use mediums on downforce instead of the hards like we did in the first race or one that you saw earlier on. And we're going to use Rooster. And we're going to use, I probably should have done it on the mediums, but I've picked the wrong one. I've picked softs, but let's just see what happens anyway. So, let's see if we can get a good start. Can we get Alonso through nice and easy? And Alonso does. Look at that. That's the boost of your life. He goes into the lead. Real player. And Vettel fighting on them softs. And look at him go moving through into P12 on the Rooster. We've picked this for some tyre management. I think we're going to do a 3-5. I think based on the fact that we've picked the softs. So Vettel, can we push him down the outside? We can't. We get Bottas though. Bottas goes wide. Gives us the opportunity. So Vettel up to P number 12. Alonso out front, like loving life. I think if I'd have grinded a few extra races, I could have got him an extra level, and we probably would have been coming P1 every single race. Vettel keeping Bottas and Mick Schumacher behind in P12. And we're looking pretty good right now for decent points. Remember, we need over 30 points to improve on the weekend, or on opening round at the very least. And we've definitely got, at the minute, 24 with Fernando Alonso. So we only need Vettel to get 6 to match it. So let's push Vettel just to close that gap then in P12. Perez in front of us. Can Vettel make a move on Perez? No, he can't. So he's still stuck behind him. And we're going to do onto the hard tyres. We're going to keep pushing a little bit just to try and attack with them softs. Alonso could probably stop at a 99p store, get a nice ice cream. But he's not too far ahead of his companion, who looks like does pit. So 4-4 for Fernando Alonso out front. Vettel fighting Perez hard. Few people coming in on lap 3, whereas when you saw the earlier Australia race, everyone came in on lap number 4. So where does Vettel come out? P15, P16? Yeah, P16. So we're going to boost early, keep close, and we're going to try and do the undercut. We should get a few positions. We've probably got a chance of getting both rival cars, but we're going to get stuck in P16 here, so we might not get both. We're going to keep pushing. We only need 20% of the lap, so we are going to have to conserve a little bit in this race. Only just though, if we go around the outside, can't get it done, we get held up. Can we jump both? We can't. And that is held up, has cost us dearly there. Still P12 as we cut down a little bit. Alonso out front, absolutely fine. We're on 37 points though, so it's a lot better than yesterday so far. But where can we finish in contender? Back in contender after a couple of weeks in Challenger. Bit of fun in there. Vettel holding off Russell. We'll need some few pit stops then. Here comes Mick Schumacher. And we are up to P11. Can we get top 10 with Sebastian? Alonso in P1. Absolutely miles clear. We've got P6 will be pitting. So can we get ahead of that P6 rival? We are on 38 points. As Alonso starts lapping the field. Vettel under pressure, so we're going to boost. So in comes Alonso. So Alonso's in. Only the one pit, going for soft tyres. Coming out now, and we are up to P10. Right, it just gets ahead of the AI as well. So it's going to be difficult to hold that position. We can boost Alonso. Look how far Alonso is clear. He's not far off, coming up to lap Vettel. So can we get hold of P10? We're going to boost out here. We don't want to lose the position. And look at Alonso coming round, flying out there. So we're all good on a bit of fuel. We're going to go, oh, look at that. Come on, stick it around the outside. We managed to keep it. We're very slightly going to be watching our tyres. Can we get team orders and actually gain a position here? We're going to cut down here and just hold off. We're very short on tyres. So we're going to keep him behind. And we're going to boost now as well. Can we keep this position? We can at the minute. Voice absolutely killing us, and we can't hold off long enough. We slip down to P number 10. We're going to keep boosting though to bring this home, and it is a P1 and P10 finish. 24 and 15 points. 39 points in the end, so target of 30, and we've beat yesterday's points. That's the main thing that we get out of this. So, as we continue through, we look at the contender. We are P32 at the minute, 299 points. And that is not bad for a free-to-play account. That's what we got to remember. It's free to play. The GP rewards contender P number 42, and considering we only had Alonso at a very low level and we didn't have Gasly either, that is a huge success, I believe, scoring what we have. We used level 3 Vettel, level 2 Alonso, and we have managed nearly 300 points in contender. I am so happy with how that performed. Massive congratulations here. We will take that for acknowledging what I've done. So let's open these. Be a bit laggy because I'm on my iPad opening these rewards as well. So we're going to find out what we get from Series 9. So come on, can we get some? So, laggy as it can be, contender medal is up. Nice F medal. We get 4,700 reputation points. 658k, which is a little bit of a help to us as we get 51 million. Street Sharks, you know me by now, we need the boosts, so that is a big boost count for us. And we get some Orbit. 52 Ocon, remember, double rewards. 119 Russell. It's all going to be about the rares and the epics in here. Mick Schumacher, 143 Bottas. We're going to get one epic. Can it be something good? Here it comes. And it is 50 Valtteri Bottas. So we will absolutely take that. That's going to help us level him up to level 4. So that's a big pull. I'm very happy with Valtteri Bottas. Holding in Legend League, haven't pushed too much lately. And we've got sprints now as well. So let's open one of these gold crates up from Series 9. So we get some Perez, some Carlos Sainz, 10 Leclerc, we get 1 Jazz, and 6 of the mighty Steamroller. So that is that for now. Medals stacking up on the free-to-play account. And we can see we've got a few decent medals in there from our collection. No spend at all on the account. So I'm very happy that we've got a couple of P1s, some top 10 challengers, some finalist contenders and champs. So thanks so much for watching the free-to-play account. Come back Tuesday for another instalment as we get racing once again.